भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्ट्वागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Mantra number 1. सुकेशाच भारद्वाजः शैभ्यश्च सत्यकामः सौर्यायणी च गार्ग्यः कौसल्यश्चाश्वलायनः भार्गवो वैदर्भिः कबन्धी कात्यायनः हैते ब्रह्मपराः ब्रह्मनिष्ठाः परं ब्रह्मान्वेषमाणाः एषः वै तत्सर्वम् वक्ष्यतीति तेह समित्पाणयः भगवन्तं पिप्पलादमुपसन्नाः Prashnopanishad belongs to Atharvana Veda. Since the questions are the main in this Upanishads, each chapter one question asked by one Rishi. Therefore, it is called as Prashnopanishad. Just as every Upanishad starts introducing the disciple and the teacher, this Upanishad also, first two mantras introduce the Guru and Shishya. 1 and 2 mantras, it's like a story part. Upanishad introduces them. This is the initial part of Upanishad. Just as in Bhagavad Gita, the first chapter, Arjuna and Lord Krishna were introduced. In Kathopanishad, Nachiketas and Yamadharmaraja were introduced. Bhrigu and Varuna in Taittiriya Upanishad. Similarly, here also, the Sishyas, all names were given in this first mantra. And their gotrams, their lineage also given. Main idea introducing the students here. What is the main idea? Why every Upanishad introduce the teacher and the student? The main idea is everyone has to approach the teacher for Brahma Vidya. This is the main idea. Shastrajnopi Brahmanveshanam Swatantriyena na kuryat. However much is a scholarly person in Shastra, without Guru, inquiry into Brahman should not be done. Inquiry into Brahman, Brahmanveshanam. No one is supposed to study without the Guru. To emphasize that, every Upanishad introduces the disciple and the teacher. So we have to understand this. This is the first idea. Tad vijnanartham sta gurumevabhigachet samitpanihi shrotriyam brahmanishtham. Tad vijnanartham, brahma vijnanartham. How to approach the Guru? That is the first idea. The second idea is it conveys sampradaya, introducing the student and the teacher conveys the second idea, that is sampradaya, the tradition, parampara, the Guru Sishya parampara, how it has come, so that we can know through this introduction. Sampradaya is so great. Why in Brahma Vidya only this Sampradaya is followed? Mainly in any field of knowledge. Any field of knowledge, new things they invent. Invention will take place. Any field of knowledge, new inventions will take place. Physics, chemistry, computer, you take any field. Music, dance, they invent so many things. Similarly, here also Brahma Vidya also can be invented by new way methods. No teacher can bring anything newly into this field of self-knowledge. Very important point we have to note. No teacher in the world can introduce new ideas, new formats, new methodology. No one can interpret or introduce like other field of knowledge. If any teacher gives the knowledge, this talking about teaching about this Brahman, Brahma Vidya, he or she has to say, my Guru said like this. My Guru said like this, only they have to say. That Guru has to say, my Guru said like that. That Guru has to say, my Guru said like that. This is called a parampara. This is called a lineage. No one can say this is my new methodology, new process, new invention. I have modified something. New path I am giving. If anybody says, our Shastra look down upon that person. Our society will never recognize such a type of people. Now, present days, it is very, very prevalent. Unfortunately, some people, some devotees of some cults, some people, some missions they belong, or they are the followers of so and so Mahatma. For example, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa or Ramana Maharshi, their followers, devotees, bhaktas, suppose they say, what? Suppose they say, our Ramakrishna Paramahamsa introduced a new path. If they say, it is looking down upon that teacher, looking down upon that Mahatma. It is not praising that Mahatma. They do not know they are bringing down that Mahatma from the parampara. They are taking away that Mahatma from the parampara, if anybody says. They are saying, many people are saying, they do not know, they are making him inferior and they are not knowing. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa given a new path, they say. If he has given any new path, this society, this Shastra, the scriptures, the people here never accept that. Whatever they said, it is already there in Upanishads, Vedas. Those bhaktas have to recognize first. If they don't recognize, it is problem for them only, not for scriptures. Same way Ramana Maharshi bhaktas also say, this is path given by Ramana Maharshi, direct path they say. He has given the new path for us. If anybody claims like that, it is looking down upon that Ramana Maharshi. They are taking away Ramana Maharshi from the parampara. Unknowingly, they are degrading their Mahatma, not knowing, not studying properly. Therefore, this is a false impression is now prevailing in the society, in highly educated people also. This is what our Swamiji says. Sampradaya says, Parampara tells. That's why no guru can claim, this is my knowledge, this is my path, I have given new lean. If anyone says for the namesake, famesake, suppose, that person unknowingly going away from the parampara. That's why every real sampradaya with teacher is, every sampradaya with Shrotriyaha, Brahmanishtaha is the real teacher, never claim this is my teaching. I am just like a pipeline. Whatever I have received from my Guru, I am putting in front of you. That's all. There is no person focusing here, any organization focusing here. Try to understand. Never enamored by the personality, never lose the track by looking at the personality of the person and saying yourself as though great, I belong to so and so cult, so and so mission. It is not, you need not feel pride, it is insult. Very difficult to digest this. Very difficult to swallow for people. Because human mind is always like to lean upon to certain cult, certain one person, personality. That leaning mentality is developing in highly educated people also, and they want to appear, they want to show themselves in the society. I belong to so and so institution. That is why Vaidika Dharma is coming down. Try to understand. Never encourage any type of institutions, person-focused institution. If any bhaktas, devotees are focusing and running the institution, never stay there, run out, come back. You can never go forward. You can never get Jivan Mukti. We get inspiration from them, worship them, regards. You can have regards to them, but unknowingly you will be carried away by that person and personality and the whole system. Once you go into that system, you can never come out. It is very difficult. It is very tough to understand the Shastra, to study scriptures. Even you come to scriptures also, you cannot accept the scriptures when the Parampara Guru is teaching. Because your mind is totally occupied by the personality cult. That's why nowadays the real Vedantic students are very less. The followers are more. I'm the follower of, they say. I'm the follower of. You can be follower of anyone, but that doesn't mean you are not supposed to study Shastra. Follower means inspiration for you. They are inspiring unknowingly. They are not illiterate people. Who am I mentioning? All are highly double postgraduates, all PGs. That's why the Sampradaya Gurus, the Vaidika, a real person who studies Shastra, never hook upon to any followership, that cult. I hope you can understand and careful also. If you want to go further in your spiritual pursuit. Otherwise, you have choice. Emotionally weak people always hooked on to something. Here Shastra want to make you independent. A person who want to depend upon something. Very difficult. Here you become Swatantraha, there you become Paratantraha. Emotionally. That's why strong-minded people, courageous people only come to Shastra. I hope you are all courageous people. Now we look into how the Sishya's Parampara has given. So therefore, what we say, Shankaracharya is great because he said, he propagated an Advaita philosophy, we never say. Because what he said, what Vyasacharya said, I am telling he said. Vyasacharya is great not because of his teachings. Vyasacharya is great because he said, I am giving the teaching what is given in the Vedas. What Lord Krishna said, I am presenting. Vyasa Bhagavan said. Even Lord Krishna is not great because he has given the teaching to Arjuna. Lord Krishna is great because he said, I am giving the teaching what is given in the Vedas. This is called teaching. Nowhere it is said Lord Krishna is great, or Vyasa is great, or Shankaracharya is great, or my Paramaguru, my Guru. No one is great. They all surrender to Shastra. Veda Mata. The first Sishya is Shukaha, Shukesha Bharadvajaha. Shukecha is the name. Bharadvajasya apatyam puman Shukeshaha. Sukesha. Sukeshana. It's the first disciple. They are all rishis, not ordinary people. Don't think student and a 16-year-old, 20-year-old, all grihasthas, great rishis. The second Sishya is Satyakamaha, is the name. I have given the names in the last class? No. Satyakamaha is the name, a son of Shibi. Shibi Rishi. Shibi Chakravarti is different. Shibi Rishi is different. Shaibhyascha apatyam puman. Shibi Rishi's son is Satyakamaha, second Rishi, second student. And Sauryayani cha Gargyaha. This is called parentage. We call it as parentage. Sauryayani is the name. Garga Gotram. Garga Gotrasya Apatyam Puman. Who born in the Garga Gotra is called Gargyaha. Sauryayani, short ni is the correct. But Upanishad gives Sauryayani, Dirgham. Chandasa Prayogam, but we have to study like that only. That means Suryasya Putraha Sauryaha. Sauryasya Putraha Sauryayani. That means whose grandson is Surya. Whose grandfather? Whose grandfather is Surya? Surya's grandson is Sauryayani. Is the third Rishi. Sauryayani. Then fourth Rishi is Kausalya. Is the name of the Rishi. Ashvalayanaha is the father's name. Ashvalayanasya Putraha Kausalyaha. So he is the fourth Rishi. Then fifth Rishi is Bhargavaha. His name is Vaidarbhihi. Rishi name is Vaidarbhihi. Bharga Gotrasya. Bharga Gotra, the one who belongs to Bharga Gotra is called Bhargava. Therefore, his name is, Rishi name is Vaidarbhihi. He stayed in Vidarbha, maybe. No? That Rishi who stayed in Vidarbha. Now also we have Vidarbha, no? That place. Then, sixth Rishi is Kabandhi Katyayanaha. Kabandhi is the name. Katyayanaha is the father's name. Katyasya putraha Katyayanaha. Katyayanasya putraha, he Kabandhi. The one who is having the great grandfather, Katyayanaha meaning. Katyayanaha, whose great grandfather is Katya. That means Katyasya putraha Katyayanaha, Katyayanasya putraha Kabandhi. These are the 6 names given in this first mantra introducing the disciples. What they did, all 6 of them together, what type of rishis they are? Haite, these rishis are, Upanishad introduces them as Brahmaparaha. They are Brahmaparaha. Brahmaparaha means Saguna Brahmaparaha. Those rishis have done lot of Saguna Ishvara Upasana. Karma Anushthana Panni, then Upasana Panni, Karma Anushthana Mulama Chitta Shuddhi Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti acquired, And through upasana, they acquire chitta naischelyam. Therefore, they are called Brahma Paraha. How they worshipped the Saguna Ishvara, we can supply in the form of Ishta Devata, their own Ishta Devata, or in the form of Virat Vishwarupa Upasana, or in the form of Hiranyagarbha Upasana, or in the form of Omkara Upasana. Any form, all are come under Saguna Upasana. So therefore here Brahma Paraha means we have to take only Sagunam Brahma. We should not take Nirgunam Brahma. Why? If there is no Nirgunam Brahma, they need not come. So Brahma Paraha means Acharya translates there. No? Therefore Shankaracharya is very important here. Now we understand why the commentary is important. Then Brahmanishtaha. Brahmanishtaha means they established in Saguna Brahman, committed to Saguna Brahma Upasana. Their Ishta Devata. Upasana of Ishta Devata is very important. Ippudu puriyum namakku parungo. Saguna Brahmanishtaha enna artham? வேதாந்தத்துக்கு வரத்துக்கு முன்னாடி நிறைய பூஜா புனஸ்காரம் எல்லாம் பண்ணி பக்தியா இருந்தா சாஸ்திரத்துக்கு வந்ததுக்கு அப்புறம் வெரி ஈஸி டு கிராஸ்ப். கொஞ்சம் வீட்டில் ஒரு பூஜா புனஸ்காரம் எப்பவுமே ஒரு பகவான் வச்சுக்கிறது, அந்த பகவான் இருந்தா when you come to Shastra, அது ரொம்ப ஈஸி. சாஸ்திரம் மேல ஸ்ரத்தா பக்தி இருக்கும், உடனே புரியும். you accept the Shastra teaching. அப்படி கொஞ்சம் கூட பக்தி இல்லாமல கோவிலுக்கே போகாமலே எங்கேயும் பக்தியே கிடையாது, ஒரு நாள் விபூதி வச்சிருந்து கிடையாது, கந்தம் வச்சிருந்து கிடையாது. சப்போஸ் a person straight away comes to Vedanta, whether straight away come to Vedanta without any sort of religious background, without any anushtanam, suppose that person, for that person it is very difficult to accept the teaching. ஒருவா பார்ப்போம், டீச்சருக்கு சொல்றான்னு చెప్పి வருவான், பட் he cannot or she cannot receive the teaching, digest the teaching. ரொம்ப கஷ்டம், ரொம்ப நாள் ஆகும் அவங்களுக்கு, அதுதான் புரியாது ஃபர்ஸ்ட் திங். அதே கொஞ்சம் உபாசனா பண்ணி நிறைய பக்தி எல்லாம் இருந்தா, ஒரு சன்மார்க்கத்தில் இருந்து பக்தி இருந்தா கொஞ்சம் சாஸ்திரம் மேல லைக்கிங் மோர் அண்ட் மோர், கிராஸ்பிங் இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் எல்லாம் வரும். அது அட்வான்டேஜ். அந்த பூஜை புனஸ்காரம்லாம் அட்வான்டேஜ். தட்ஸ் வை இன் சைல்ட்ஹுட் ஆன்வர்ட்ஸ் வி ஹாவ் டு இன்ட்ரோடியூஸ் பக்தி பூஜா ஃபார் சில்ட்ரன். புரியுறதா? இட்ஸ் வெரி டிஃபிகல்ட் அதர்வைஸ். தட் இஸ் த அட்வான்டேஜ். ஸோ பிரம்மனிஷ்டாஹான. That means another commentator writes for this, Veda Paraha, Veda Nishthaha ityarthaha. He says Brahmanishtaha means Brahma Paraha means Veda Paraha, he tells. Brahmanishtaha means Veda Nishthaha, who are committed to inquire into Brahman through Vedas, with the help of Vedas. Who are abiding in the study of Vedas. Artham, Mimamsam, not chanting, Parayanam. Artham, meaning, word to word meaning, what is the purport, what it communicates, Lakshartha, implied meaning. They are committed to that. Those who are having Avyabhicharini Bhakti, in Bhagavad Gita language, Avyabhicharini Bhakti means that Bhakti which is not having any second, no deviation at all in that devotion. Ananya Yogena, whom they have approached. This is about the students. Brahma Paraha, Brahmanishtaha. With what motive they are coming to that Guru? Param Brahma Anveshamanaha. They are searching for Param Brahma, Nirgunam Brahma, who are all there in search of Brahman. But all the 6 rishis put together, coming, going, எங்கேயாவது ஒரு குரு கிடைக்க மாட்டாரா நமக்கு நிர்குணம் பிரம்மம் பத்தி சொல்றதுக்கு? என்ன நமக்கு பக்கமே ஸ்ட்ரீட்ல இருந்தா கூட நெக்ஸ்ட் ஸ்ட்ரீட் கூட போறதுக்கு மனசு வர மாட்டேங்கிறது. இவங்களெல்லாம் தேடி 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 அந்த ஹிமாலயாஸ் எல்லாம் தேடி தேடி அங்கே இங்கே போய் சாப்பாட்டுக்கு இல்லாமலே கஷ்டப்பட்டு, ஏன்னா நிற்கிறதுக்கு ஷெல்டர் இல்லாமலே கஷ்டப்பட்டு, நமக்கு ஃபேனு கீழே உட்கார்ந்து கார்பெட்டு போட்டு நீங்க வாங்குவோம் நான் பிரம்மன் பத்தி சொல்றேன்னா அப்புறம் ஒரே சுவாமினி இப்படி இருக்க. இந்த அதான் பிரம்மபராக வேதபராகன்னு they will commit to that pursuit. Priority, predominance in the life kulla. Those days, Vidyarthi's real urge is there. They are ready to face any toughness in their life to go for that knowledge. Sukharthis chet tyajet vidya. கம்ஃபர்ட் வேணும், கொஞ்சம் ஃபேனு கம்மியாக இருந்தால் பாட்டம் புரியவே மாட்டேங்குது, ஃபுல்லாக இருக்கணும், அதிக ஃபேனு கீழே உட்காரணும். உங்கள் சொல்லலை, எங்கே பார்த்தாலும் இப்போ நான் சொல்றேன், நம்ம எப்படின்னா we see the more comforts, அப்போதான் மைண்ட் கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சம் இட் வில் ஃபோக்கஸ். இதெல்லாம் இருக்கும்போது நமக்கு மைண்ட் ஃபோக்கஸ் பண்றது கஷ்டமா இருக்கான்னு. அதெல்லாம் ரியல் முமுட்சுவுக்கு எங்க உட்கார்ந்தோம் எப்படி ஒன்றும் தெரியாது. அந்த அந்த பசி இங்க என்ன ஞான பசி இருக்கு, ஆத்ம ஜானம் அடையணும்னு ஒரு பசி இருக்குன்னா அது இருந்தா எவ்வளவு தூரம்னு தெரியாது. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஃப்ளோரா செகண்ட் ஃப்ளோரா மைல்ஸ் இருக்கு, எவ்வளவு தூரம் இருக்குன்னு தெரியவே தெரியாது. கஷ்டம் தெரியாது, உடம்புடைய கஷ்டமும் தெரியாது, பிசிக்கல் ட்ரபிளும் தெரியாது, டிஸ்டன்ஸும் தெரியாது. இப்போ நமக்கு அந்த மேல பிரம்மன் தெரிஞ்சுக்கணும்னு ஆசை இருக்குமோ அப்போ. So therefore the student sukharthijit tyajet vidya. சுகம் வேணும்னா வித்யன் வீடு, வித்யார்த்திச்சேத் tyajet சுகம். இல்லைக்கு வித்யா வேணும் ஆத்ம ஜானம் வேணும்னா சுகம் வேணும்னு கேட்காது. இந்த சுகமும் வித்யா ரெண்டும் கம்ஃபர்ட் அண்ட் நாலேஜ் கேன் நெவர் கோ எக்ஸிஸ்ட். வித்யார்த்தினா குத சுகம். வித்யன்னு யாருக்கு வேணும்னு நினைக்கிறான் அவனுக்கு சுகம் எங்க இருக்கும்? கஷ்டம் வராது. சுகார்துனஹா குதோ வித்யா. The one who want comfort, how can he get knowledge? Who want to get knowledge, how comforts he will seek for comforts. Therefore this sloka tells, okay, param brahma anveshamanaha. Thus, they have understood the limitation of Saguna Brahman and Artham. Having done the upasana, lot of upasana, everything, this upasana will not give us total Jivan Mukti. So therefore, the limitation they have understood, that's why they are coming in search of Nirguna Brahman. For example, when you go to a shop, after seeing in that shop, you will go to another shop, second shop. What do you want to buy? If you don't get in first shop, what do? You go to second shop. If you get the first, what do you want if you get in the first shop itself? There is no need of going to second shop. You are going to the second shop and சொன்னாலே என்ன அர்த்தம்? உனக்கு எது தேவையோ அது உனக்கு அந்த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஷாப்ல கிடைக்கலன்னு அர்த்தம். அப்படிதானே? அதே மாதிரி these rishis are searching in search of பிரம்மன். என்ன அர்த்தம்? இந்த பிரம்ம ஞானத்திலோ வர வேண்டிய திருப்தி அவங்களுக்கு அங்க வரலன்னு தானே அர்த்தம். அந்த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஷாப் சகுண பிரம்ம உபாசனல ஆனந்தம் பிஹெச்எஸ் கிடைக்கல, பீஸ் ஹாப்பினஸ் செக்யூரிட்டி டோட்டலா கிடைக்கல. அவ்வளவு பண்ணதுக்கு அப்புறம் அஜ்ஞானம் இன்னும் இருக்கு. So that's why they are searching for second shop. That's why they have come to Pippaladam Bhagavantam Upasannaha. They have heard that in Taittiriyopanishad also Brahmavid apnoti param. Brahmavid, the knower of Nirgunan Brahman alone, param apnoti, the supreme Brahman attains, they heard. So that's why, where is the teacher who will teach about Nirgunam Brahman? Searching, they have reached a house. Their head, name board, Bhagavantam Pippaladaha nirke. Vanditam. Pippaladaha is the one who eats the pippala fruit. Pippalam atti iti pippaladaha. Pippala fruit. He might have taken the pippala fruits. Namma madri idli dosa sambar illamale pippala fruits. He has taken pippaladaha. Bhagavantam means Bhagavan. Towards him, Bhagavantam. Aishwaryasya samagrasya viryasya yashasasriyaha jnana vairagyyoschaiva shanna bhaga itirana. ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಬರೋದು ಭಗವಾನಿಗೆ 6 ಲಕ್ಷಣಮ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಅದು ಮಾತ್ರ ಪಿಪ್ಪಲಾದಹ ಇಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಎ ಭಗವಾನ್ who is having got sarvajnatvam, sarvashaktimatvam. Sarvajnatvam in the form of knowledge, Brahma Vidya. Sarvajnaha, knower of everything. Swamini, he knows everything. Knows everything. Eka Vijnanena Sarva Vijnanam Mundakopanishad Visa. Therefore he knows Brahman, therefore it is as good as knowing everything. Therefore Bhagavantam Pippaladaha means what? He is equal to Sarvajnaha. Sarvajnaha means the one who is having the Brahman knowledge thoroughly. Samshaya Rahita Jnanam, the one who is having Samshaya Rahita Jnanam. Sarvajnaha, who knows the subject matter clearly. Sarvashaktiman, Bhagavantamki idella we have to supply. Sarvashaktiman means the one who is having the capacity to communicate. Shakti irukkunume. Gnahaya knows, but at the same time you have to reproduce what you know. Then only your knowledge is fruitful. எனக்கு தெரியும் ஆனா சொல்ல தெரியலன்னா அப்ப வெச்சுக்கோ கிட்டன்னா. Such type of people can never become teachers. They will become muktas, Jivan muktas. But there are some people who can communicate. They are only called acharyas, gurus. So Shaktiman na adidartham. The one who is having the capacity to reproduce the teaching, converting his own thoughts into words and communicating. Sarvashaktiman. How they have approached. This is about Bhagavantam Pippaladaha. Upasannaha, they approached. Upasannaha means they approached. Pippalada Rishi. How they approached. Now the methodology. How to a student should approach the teacher, Guru. When you want Brahma Vidya, you want to approach a Guru. How you should approach anyone. How, with what bhavana they approached. Yeshaha vai tat sarvam vakshati iti. This Pippalada must be knowing about that Brahman. He will teach us everything. In the confidence of Parango. Yeshaha, this Pippalada, ha, why? There is no any special meaning for that, but emphasis. Yeshaha, this Pippalada, you have to supply. Tasmai, to them he will teach. Tasmai, to them he will teach. Vakshati iti, he will teach us. This Brahma Jnanam, Brahma Vidya, he will give us. Sarvam Vakshati iti, he is able to teach everything with this intention. They approached Pippaladaha. How they approached it? Te Samitpanayaha. They approached with Samit, means fuel, that dry twigs. Dry twigs means it is can be used as a fuel in the ashram. Guru ellarku saapadu podum illiyo annam kudukanum, so he required firewood. Therefore they used to carry these samit. Like that also we can take. You need not take only samit, but you can take fruits, flowers, or anything whatever is useful for that guru, you can take. That is the meaning. Another meaning why they have taken this samitana. It shows their preparedness, their readiness. They are qualified. I have already pointed out this. Another important point, Rikta Hastena Rajanam Daivatam Guru na Gached. Rikta Hastena na Gached. Rajanam Daivatam Guru. Rikta Hastam means empty hands. With empty hands, never approach a Raja, a minister. That's why our ministers are earning more, no? Rikta Hastena na Gachetana, ipdi indha madiri maariduchu, corruption. To Raja, you are not supposed to go with empty hands, you have to take something in your hand. Daivatam, even to go to the temple, you have to take some fruit or karpooram at least. ஒரு 10 பைசா ஒரு குரு தட்சிண காணுக்கையாவது எடுத்துட்டு போகணும். Or fruits. Gurum, when you approach the guru also, never go with empty hands, at least first time. ஒரு பழமாவது வாங்கிட்டு போ. தாராளமா எடுத்துட்டு போகணும். ஆக்சுவலா அவருக்கு சந்தோஷம் கொடுக்கறதுக்காக எல்லாம் பண்றான். அந்த காலத்துல the people who knows the value of this Brahma Vidya, they used to take their everything to that guru and giving. அவர் குரு என்ன சொல்லுவாரு, அல்ல அங்க இருக்கட்டும், நான் சொன்னதுக்கு அப்புறம் எடுத்துக்கிறேன்னு சொல்லுவார் குரு. இப்ப எல்லாம் உல்டா ஆயிடுத்து. குரு கொண்டுவான்னு அப்புறம் சொல்றேன்னு சொல்றான். டீச்சிங் என்ன எப்படி இருக்க, நீ எல்லாம் ஃபீஸ் பே பண்ண 1 வருஷத்துக்கு முன்னாடியே அப்புறம் சொல்றேன்னு. அப்படி இல்லை, கிடையாது. அவனுக்கு விருப்பம் இருந்தா ஏதாவது எடுத்துட்டு போய் கொடுத்துட்டு எனக்கு சொல்லுங்க. அதுதான் பத்ததி, மெத்தடாலஜி, ப்ராசஸ், பத்ததி ஒன்று இருக்கு. இது சம்பிரதாயம். அதனால whenever our children also going, we have to teach them. When they go to temple, daily போற டெம்பிள் தானே, பகவானுக்கு தானே, அவருக்கு நிறைய பூ இருக்கு, நிறைய பழம் இருக்கு, நிறைய காணுக்கு நிறைய பேர் போடுறான், நான் ஒருத்தர் போடலன்னு என்ன ஆகும்? என்னது குரு கூட நிறைய பணம், நிறைய பீப்புள் ஆர் கிவிங், நான் கொடுக்கல என்ன ஆகும்? இன்னும் நான் ஒருத்தன் மட்டும் கொடுக்கலன்னா கூட ஒன்றும் ஆகாது. இப்படி எல்லாம் நினைக்க கூடாது. அவருக்கு தேவையோ தேவை இல்லையோ அது வேற விஷயம். ஆனாலும் நம்ம கொடுக்க வேண்டியது நம்ம we are taking Bhagavan's blessing, we are getting the benefit from the Raja, we are getting benefit from the Guru. Therefore we have to offer. இதுதான் நம்ம பத்ததி. அதுதான் சமித் பாணயாஹா. They approached Pippalada. Second mantra. Tan hasa rushiruvacha. Bhuya eva tapasa brahmacharyena shraddhaya. Bhuya eva tapasa brahmacharyena shraddhaya. Samvatsaram samvatsyatha. Samvatsaram samvatsyatha. Yatha kamam prashnan pruchchata. Yatha kamam prashnan pruchchata. Yadi vijñāsyāmaha. Yadi vijñāsyāmaha. Sarvam havo vakshyāma iti. Sarvam havo vakshyāma iti. Thus, in the first mantra, qualifications mentioned to the students and the method of approaching the teacher mentioned. Now, in this second mantra, the Upanishad statement, this is Tan Hasa Rishiruvacha. Upanishad says how the dialogue is going on between the disciple and the teacher. The Upanishad introduces Tan means Shishyan, to those 6 rishis. So we have to imagine. What we have to imagine? Those 6 rishis are coming to Pipaladaha, walking. They have entered in his house. A guru is sitting in the chair. You have to imagine. No? Then Upanishad is coming and telling, see, now the dialogue, next dialogue is going to come. What they are talking, let us listen. Tan hasa rishiruvacha. When they approached, we have to imagine these rishis asked him, we have come to you to know about the Nirguna Brahman. We heard that you are great rishi, great jnani, you know very well. That's what we have heard. You have to imagine. And then Rishi says, when he asked like that, Rishi says, Rishi Ruvacha, the Rishi says, Saha Rishihi, that Pipaladaha, Uvacha, Vach Dhatu, Uvacha, Uchatuhu, Uchuhu, Lit. Prathama Purusha Ekavachanam. What he said, Bhuya eva. Again, Bhuya eva, once again, Tapasa, Brahmacharyena, Shraddhaya, Tapasa saha, Brahmacharyena saha, Shraddhaya saha, with tapas, with Brahmacharya, with Shraddha, you stay in my house for 1 year. Samvatsaram, 1 year. Samvatsyatha, you stay with my house. Tapasasaha, with full discipline. My wife you have to come here on a Brahma Vidya, not in family paraphernalia. You have to come learn tapasa. The saha you have to supply for 3. Tapasa saha with tapas, austerity. No food, ashramalla, and the food irka, andirka, uppu kammiya irka, karam irka, appadella sollakoodathu. Ashramalla enna vela panna, adella pannanum. Lot of work we will give in the ashramam. So you are not supposed to murmur like that. One teacher, no? When the Sishya came to ashrama, he is staying. All of a sudden, one night, this guru came and asked him, get out, and student. The guru Sishya enna pannita, he got out and went. And he is searching everywhere. He left his house and he came. This guru sent him out. Where he can go? 1 week he is go on moving here and there and there. Then later the same guru sent some other Sishyas to bring him back. And again he came back. Then he asked, why you sent me 1 week back? He was so angry. I don't have anybody but my people, just like that in the midnight you have sent me out. And yes, I have sent you out because you left your house with a detachment, you came. And you have developed the attachment with ashrama. So that attachment towards ashrama will not allow you to learn vidya. Be detached. At any time to leave anything, you have to be ready. That's why to train you, I have sent you out. In the Madri test ella pannuva guru. ஒரு வாட்டி ரொம்ப ஹார்டா இருப்பா, பேசவே மாட்டார் குரு. Sometimes they don't give food also. They punish so severely. Not that they want to punish. They know this student what he is lacking. To fulfill that, they will ask the person to stay. Now, there are 3 reasons why the Guru ask them to stay in their house, not teaching straight away. எல்லாரும் உட்காருங்க, நான் சொல்றேன், எனக்கு நல்லா தெரியும் பிரம்மன் பத்தி అని சொல்லாமலே, இருங்க கொஞ்ச நாள் பார்க்குறேன் இப்படியும் சொல்றேன்னா, you see the whole mantra afterwards. I will give the reasons why they ask. Samvatsaram samyatsata. Brahmacharyana means you have to follow celibacy. You should not have any family life here, especially when you have come for vidya. அது படிக்கும் போது அந்த ஸ்ட்ரிக்டா ஃபாலோ பண்ணணும். கிரகஸ்தாசிரம் உங்களெல்லாம் ஃபாலோ பண்ணணும்னு சொல்லலை, ஏன்னா கொஞ்சம் டிசிப்ளினா இருங்கோன்னு அர்த்தம். அதுல சொல்ல போறாரு. அப்புறம் ஸ்ரத்தையா இருக்கணும். சம்வத்சரம் சம்வத்சதா. அப்புறம் ஆஃப்டர் 1 year யதா காமம் பிரஷ்னான் ப்ருஷ்சதா. இஃப் யூ டிசைர் டு ஆஸ்க், என்னென்ன கேட்கணும்னு உங்களுக்கு விருப்பமோ அதெல்லாம் கேளுங்க. அப்புறம் 1 இயருக்கு அப்புறம், ஆஃப்டர் 1 year பிரஷ்னான் ப்ருஷ்சதா. பிரச்ச தாத்து, ப்ருஷ்சதா. You can ask. Then he says, Yadi Vijnasyamaha. If I know the answers to your questions, Sarvam, all the answers, Havo Vakshyama iti. Now I will answer if I know. There is no guarantee. Even if you stay 1 year also, there is no guarantee I will answer your questions. If I know, I will answer. என்ன சுவாமினி இப்பதானே பகவந்தம் பிப்பலாதகன்னு சொன்னார், அதுக்குள்ள இவர் என்ன எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சா சொல்லுவேன்னு சொல்றாரு. என்ன டவுட்டா, குருவுக்கே தகராறோ? Shankaracharya says, no, he is not having any doubt. Anuddha tattvam, he says. Anuddha tattvam darshanartham. Uddha tattvam means garvam. Anuddha tattvam means garvam. He shows his humility. To show his humility, he said like that. That's all. But it doesn't mean he do not know the subject. அப்படியெல்லாம் நினைக்க கூடாது. அதனால குரு ஜெனரல் சேஸ், ஏதாவது எனக்கு தெரிஞ்ச சொல்லுவேன். அதான் ஆல் கிரேட் பீப்புள் லைக் தட். நவடேஸ் எல்லாம் கமெண்ட்ரிஸ் படிச்சு எனக்கு எல்லாம் தெரியும்னு சொல்லுவான். ஆல் பீப்புள் நவடேஸ், if they ask something, எனக்கு எல்லாம் தெரியும், எனக்கு நான் அது படிச்சா இது படிச்சா ஒன்னு கேட்ட 10 சொல்லுவான். நம்ம ப்ராப்ளம் வந்து நிஜமா தெரிஞ்சவனுக்கு empty vessels make noise. The one who knows, he knows what he do not know. அதனால அது humility tells. Vijnasyamaha sarvam havo vakshyamaha. I will teach you. We will teach you. We means I in artha here. Vakshyamaha means it is in a respective way, he says. Vakshyamaha. Next mantra we will read. Atha kavandhi katyayanaha upetya papracha bhagavan kuto hava imah prajaha prajayanta iti. So the 6th student is asking the first question. Kavandhi Katyayanaha is asking the first question. Before going to the word-to-word meaning, I'll give that 3 reasons why Guru asks them to stay for 1 year, why immediately he is not teaching Brahma Vidya, to find out the sincerity of the student. Sincerity can be found out by making them to stay in his house. One thing. ரியலி உனக்கு என்ன ஏதாவது சண்டை போட்டுட்டு வந்துட்டானா வீட்டில் எல்லாம் நிஜமா இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் இருக்கா பிரம்ம வித்யால. செகண்ட் திங், வெதர் த ஸ்டூடெண்ட் இஸ் குவாலிஃபைடு or not, with sadhana chatushtaya sampatti irka illayani, he can test them by observing him. Third reason is, if any qualification is lacking, viveka, vairagyam, or shamadamadi shakka sampatti, or shraddha, if he is lacking, so the teacher can train him in that. So that lack he will fill up, the guru. Idi koraya irukka ivanukitta, idi irundha indha brahma vidya, it will not reach him. Therefore, andha oru samvatsarathukkulla andha guru can fill up that. நம்ம என்ன நினைக்கிறோம், எனக்கு எல்லா குவாலிஃபிகேஷன்ஸ் இருக்கு, இப்போ ஐ ஆம் ஃபிட்னு நம்ம நினைக்கிறோம். இப்போ குரு கிட்ட போனாதான் நமக்கு தெரியும் நமக்கு என்னென்ன குறைகள் இருக்கோன்னு தெரியும். அந்த அளவுக்கு நம்ம குரு கிட்ட பழகணும். குரு கிட்ட போய் நேர்மையா ஸ்ட்ரெயிட்டா உட்காரணும், பார்க்கணும். So with love and affection only Guru can teach. So that a loving and that accommodating, the students with the Guru knows the psychology of the student. He looks at the students as his own children or our own children. That's why long term study is required. One day, 2 days it won't come. Therefore, we have to surrender totally to the Guru. It takes decades. என்ன பிரம்ம வித்யானது அதி சூக்ஷ்மம். எங்கெல்லாம் நமக்கு தெரியாது, நமக்கே தெரியாது. என்ன குருவுக்கு தான் தெரியும். அதனால அவர் தான் நமக்கு இருக்கிற வீக்னஸஸ் எல்லாம் போக்கி அதுக்கப்புறம் வேண்டிய குவாலிஃபிகேஷன் எல்லாம் கொடுத்துட்டு அதுக்கப்புறம் பிரம்ம வித்யா கொடுக்கணும் நமக்கு. இந்த அளவுக்கு நம்ம கிட்ட சரண்டர் இருக்கா, ஸ்ரத்தா பக்தி இருக்கான்னா இருந்தா வந்துடும் ஞானம். நெக்ஸ்ட் கிளாஸுக்கு வரலாம், இல்லைன்னா குட் பை. ஸோ கபந்தி காத்யாயனா இஸ் ஆஸ்கிங் அபவுட் கிரியேஷன். I want to know about this creation. Tell me, who is the cause for this creation? So Guru says, yes, 1 year over. நமக்கு உடனே நெக்ஸ்ட் மூமெண்ட் இப்போ சொல்லிட்டேன், தேர்ட் மந்த்ரா. அது 1 இயர்க்கு அப்புறம் இவர் ஆன்சர் சொல்றாரு. அட்லீஸ்ட் வில் டேக் 1 week கேப். ஓகே. ஓம் பூர்ணமதః பூர்ணமிதம் பூர்ணாத் பூர்ணமுதச்யதே பூர்ணஸ்ய பூர்ணமாதாய பூர்ணமேவாவசிஷ்யதே. ஓம் சாந்தி சாந்தி சாந்திஹி. ஹரிஹி ஓம். ஸ்ரீ குருப்யோ நமஹ.